The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone.
Left goes a tight end. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here's the option.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Ready up.
In motion goes the tight end. Here we go with Williams. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs.
Ready? Go street. Check. Ready?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 down at the 33. They'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. This defense for the Vikings, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Here's a quick throw to Thielen.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight. Hurt. 19 wide. Hey, let's go.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your old line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
After 60.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there.
His 16th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field. And he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit. They're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
10 cycles.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Another run now for Nwangu. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And some space here. Touchdown, Vikings!
Well, and this is where a quarterback's passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I showed my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear...
He's got a man, complete, pass for 20. Touchdown, Detroit.
Blocked right.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have moved out in front.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap. especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Throw, hand. Strike, right. Black open. Ready.
On play action, they'll throw.
That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now a throw here, hauled in.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
52 Bradford.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
T.J. Hawkinson,
a 16-yard touchdown.
And the Vikings are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
On the set.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes, it's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Hey, pass. Warriors, 17. Ready.
Back to throw. Wright's got it.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. But you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all. And I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Vikings are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
Andy, do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Drops this off with Nwangu.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Watch out now. Sticky Fury.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. That's out to the left and complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Ready. Strike 2. Hey, use that. Hustle.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Is that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. They'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the Pickett, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard, and the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he wisely will throw that one away.
These are the situations that really test a defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. That's out to the left, flat and complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Ready, set.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Looking to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Up the middle, no longer. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd. Now back to throw. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Let's go now.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
79. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
He'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
He'll look to throw. Complete to right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
19 tight. 19 tight. 19 wide.
They'll look to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Panther 11. Panther 11.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Ready, set.
He'll look to throw. He finds his man. Complete. That's right.
Oh, he's going to be brought down there in the field of play. And the clock will run. No timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit.
So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too. Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
Seven Pirates, cut 19. 70 Rangers.
In motion left comes Williams. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Slot man moves right. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up to throw. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on. But the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. It's a little risk reward, right? You're leaving your guys on an island back there in man coverage. But you take the chance that you get to the quarterback, and so he gets completion here. Congratulations. Keep coming at him, and hopefully it pays off by the end of the game that you're starting to get to him while still able to cover on the back end.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw here. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that's a tough one for the defense because the coverage was good downfield. He was forced to work his way out of the pocket to his right, spotted his man on the sideline, and got it to him to pick up the first down on 3rd down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's right.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Got his tight end. That's complete. It's right. And the Lions are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Lions are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
17.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown! From 3 yards out. And the Vikings add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point splits the uprights, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
32. Lions 20.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
Back to throw here. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play, but the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. So he stopped for no gain. And that'll bring up 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Mike Evans with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list.
And the Vikings have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Lions 20.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And they were ultra confident coming in, that's for sure. They had won 7 straight, but number 8 not looking to be in the cards right now.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. He's at the 40. The 20. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
This one taken just inside the 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll set up a throw. to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw again. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. T.J. Hockenson, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Vikings tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game.
Vikings 46, Lions 27.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And that unbeaten record very much in jeopardy. It's been a great first few months of the season so far, but they have run into a buzzsaw here, trailing big in the 4th quarter.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Wright's got it. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. Back to throw now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking for Wright, and he finds him. Here's a quick throw to Thielen. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down.
17-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll look to throw again.
Throw over the middle. He finds Williams.
And in for the Lions touchdown.
Jamison Williams
from 17 yards out.
And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point right down the middle. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
46.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one has all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Minnesota, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Lions, the perfect season was apparently not meant to be as they drop to 7-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next